When World War I erupted in Europe in 1914, the United States chose neutrality. Guided by the ideals of isolationism, the US provided material support and loans to the Allied powers while staying out of the conflict. But by 1917, a series of events pulled America into the maelstrom, changing the course of the war and the future of global politics forever. The road to war was a contentious one. For nearly 3 years, the US maintained a delicate balance, providing material support and loans to the Allied powers while officially staying out of the conflict. This stance was fueled by deep-rooted isolationist sentiments and a desire to stay clear of a distant European war. However, the German strategy of unrestricted submarine warfare soon presented a direct threat to American lives and commerce. The sinking of the Lusitania in 1915, which took the lives of American civilians, and continued threats to merchant vessels inflamed public opinion. Adding fuel to this growing tension was the Zimmermann telegram in early 1917. This secret communication from Germany proposed a military alliance between Mexico and the United States. The revelation of these diplomatic machinations, coupled with ongoing submarine attacks, convinced President Woodrow Wilson and Congress that it was time for America to join the fray. On April 6, 1917, the United States declared war on Germany. The American journey from neutrality to intervention was a dramatic one, driven by a complex web of economic interests, security concerns, and diplomatic provocations. Mobilizing a nation, the challenge before America was immense. Quickly build and deploy a modern fighting force to battlefields thousands of miles away in Europe. Led by General John J. Pershing, the American Expeditionary Forces began arriving in France in the summer of 1917. What started as a trickle soon became a flood, with thousands of American soldiers arriving daily by 1918. The U.S. military grew from a small peacetime force of 200,000 to a massive wartime army of 3 million. A feat made possible by new laws like the Selective Service Act instituting the draft. These American troops played key roles in landmark battles such as Contigny, Château Thierry, Belleau Wood, and later the massive Meuse-Argonne offensive, which helped break the German lines. The influx of fresh American soldiers, money, and supplies boosted the morale and strength of the Allied coalition, hastening the war's end. Meanwhile, the U.S. Navy protected vital shipping lanes with convoy escort systems, helping to neutralize the German U-boat threat. The armistice on November 11, 1918 brought an end to hostilities, but America's involvement had forever marked its emergence as a global power. More than 116,000 American service members lost their lives, and the war effort spurred profound changes in American society, government, industry, and international relations. F.A. Morsolo's 1917 WWI propaganda poster for Liberty Bonds features the slogan, "Your Liberty Bond will help stop this," depicting German brutality and an American advance. President Wilson's 1919 proposal for a League of Nations, though ultimately rejected by the U.S. Senate, set the stage for the 20th century's geopolitical landscape. Despite this setback, Wilson's 14 points and the Versailles Treaty's creation of the League of Nations represented significant steps towards collective security and international cooperation. World War I was more than a distant conflict. It was America's introduction to the complex dynamics of global power, conflict, and diplomacy that would shape the modern era.